Pretty crazy video making the rounds today. And here it is. You might have seen this. This is a guy who's said to be a COVID anti-masker who's now in the hospital and not doing well. And there's a couple of strange things about this I want to point out. But the video is pretty stunning, and you obviously feel for this guy. His name is Chuck Stacy. And I wanted to look into his background a little bit more and check him out on Facebook. But he's removed his Facebook page. And there's a chance that he did that because he was getting death threats or because people were bothering him, or God only knows. Whenever the spotlight is shown on you online, you're destined to get a lot of really frightening messages. So that could have been it. But this is real strange. So the person who shared this video, and it has nearly 1 million views on Twitter to get it going on that particular platform, is Daniel Ulfelder. Now, if you don't recognize the name Daniel Ulfelder, you might know him better as the Grim Reaper, who went to the beaches in Florida as a protest to the opening of the beaches and saying that this was dangerous and that there would be blood on Ron DeSantis's hands for opening these beaches. It was a big promotional stunt, which was followed by a bit of an expose on how this very same lawyer ended up at a Black Lives Matter protest not long after, himself justifying his appearance there. So back to Daniel Ulfelder. He posts, "My friend didn't wear a mask because he believed in the lies from our leaders. Now he's close to being intubated. He asked that I share this." And he says, wear a mask. So let's pop the headphones on and listen in if you haven't seen this yet, because it is a pretty intense video and worth a watch as we discuss this. Here he is, right here. It's obviously in the hospital. Certainly getting help breathing.
I didn't wear a mask. I should have. I didn't. I believe this was just a flu. That it was all going to go away. That it was political. I didn't think a mask would help. Like my paramedic said, if they don't help,
it's obviously very out of breath.
The frontline workers that wear them, and hospital people that wear them, get it at a such lower rate than the rest of society.
All right, back to Daniel Ulfelder. Now, it is possible that this guy decided, hey, I was wrong. Chuck Stacy says, I'm going to have a come to Jesus moment and reach out to the Grim Reaper lawyer, and then I'm going to have him release this video, or maybe they previously knew each other or something. But there's some other details that are pretty interesting to note here. They say that there was a post in May where he complained about this local donut hole. I have to say, I had it with a mask that the employees are being forced to wear on his Facebook page, which is again shut down. It's just another example of the continued overreaction to this situation. Please stop so when we come to eat, we can enjoy our meal without feeling sorry for the employees. And as I said, look, if I open that now, you'll see this post is down. It says on Facebook, content not available right now. The person has suspended their profile, likely. So he didn't go without a mask. This is important to note, I think. He says, my doctor came up with the idea of a face shield with social distancing and being responsible with hand sanitizer and minimizing my contact in the field. I own an IT company, so I can work from home. It's worked for almost a year. So he was wearing a face shield. He was social distancing. He was using hand sanitizer. He was minimizing his contact with people and working from home. I mean, he really was doing a lot of things for somebody who is said to be an anti-masker. I mean, I haven't seen any studies suggesting that a mask is so much more effective than a face shield that he wouldn't be in this situation even if he had a mask on. So there's some interesting twists in here that I want to draw some attention to. Do not go after this guy. Do not harass him. Do not do any of that stuff. But the most interesting thing, I think, is the connection to the Grim Reaper attorney who ended up posting this. There's a follow-up video, too. Let's just peek into that momentarily and see what he says.
Look, thank God I haven't given it to anyone but my wife. Or she gave it to me, you don't really know.
So he got it in his house, likely.
I took my doctor's advice and wore a face shield because of my claustrophobia. I thought it was a bad flu. I didn't know.
So obviously, I hope that he starts to do better and that he takes a turn here for the better health-wise. But there's so many things to just draw attention to that aren't going to be getting attention here. It's going to be wear a mask or you're going to end up like this guy in the hospital on this breathing apparatus. If he wore all the masks in the world and he got it from his wife at home, I seriously doubt he was spending all his time around his wife with a mask on. So what do you think? What do you think about somebody making a video like this? Is it good? Does it bring awareness to the fact that more people should see what it's like when you're in the hospital if you have COVID? Are you worried about where this is coming from and the motivations of the people who are posting it out there on social media platforms? And have you had somebody who has been in a position like this? I'm interested in your take as always. So let me know. I appreciate you. We got a lot of news on the way with a busy couple days here. So we'll see you real soon.